Hi, it's me, Z.
And me, Gia. We are back for another product walkthrough. Last time we did a product walkthrough and you guys traveled with us. You guys seem to really like it, so we thought that since we're going to travel again, that we'll bring you along for another product walkthrough. This time around, it's for the Toshi Pack 20 liters. And so we are currently at San Francisco International Airport, waiting to board our flight to our destination. So yeah, we'll see you when we get to...
We are now in Chengdu, China, at some alleyway, and so this will be a good spot to talk about the exterior of the bag. So first of all, Toshi, if you've not seen our sling product walkthrough before, Toshi means city in Japanese, and it is essentially just inspired by sort of Japan's infrastructure, so it is discreet yet sort of practical, and that's what we're trying to aim for with the whole entire Toshi series. So with this bag, you can see that the exterior is very sort of minimal in its design. There's only darts at the top and the bottom to help to give the front a bit of volume, but beyond that, that's kind of basically it. If you look at the side and the back as well, it's mostly pretty minimal. The features on the side and on the back kind of serves to just highlight the features that needs to be implemented on the exterior of the bag. For materials, we're using an 840D nylon on the exterior. So this is essentially a pretty good balance between weight and overall durability, where it's not too heavy of a denier, but not too lightweight where it will be not particularly durable, especially for a city pack. As for the zippers, we're using number 10 and number 8 YKK DWR finish. The DWR just means that it is water repellent, or it's sprayed with a water repellent finish, so it's a bit more resistant from water from ingressing into the pack. Last but not least, the last thing to talk about with the exterior is that we did try our best to make the bag be able to stand on its own relatively well. Now it's obviously still dependent on how well you pack out the bag, and depending on how you pack out the bag, it may not stand, but we do find that most of the time it should stand relatively well.
So now we are at the Chengdu Giant Panda Research Base, which is a very cool place, and we are seated down to talk about the admin compartment. So first, this pocket has two big dart stitches. This is just to give it dedicated volume. And on the inside, we have a very simple organization. First, just two stretch mesh pockets that are pretty large. Right now I just have a very big portable charger and also a mic pouch, but you can put charging bricks or wallets, and then also a flat zipper pocket. We put this here because it's great for things that like loose items that get lost very easily. You can hold it very securely in the zipper pocket. And then the rest of this compartment is really just this big space over here where there's quite a bit of volume in it, and it's also elevated. So the pocket just comes down to here, and so it elevates everything up top. And so this is a great space for any items that you want tops down quick access to.
Now on a high-speed train towards our next destination in China, and we'll be talking about the bottom of the bag here. It features a side access ambidextrous pocket. So from the side you can see it better, but essentially there is a zippered opening that is hidden underneath this flap over here. So this allows you to quickly swing your bag around in order to gain access to this pocket. Now, as mentioned, it is an ambidextrous pocket, so it's accessible from both the left side and the right side when looked from the front. This also means that when you're actually wanting to swing the bag around, you can either swing it over your left shoulder or your right shoulder, depending on which you're comfortable with. The pocket only extends up to about the halfway point of the front of the bag, so this makes it a bit easier to unzip this pocket when you swing the bag around, compared to a more conventional design where the zipper extends all the way up to the top, which would require quite a bit of shoulder mobility to access. Zipping this compartment up is pretty simple. It is just a one spacious compartment, void of any additional organization on the inside. So it's a good spot to put items you want quick access to on the go, such as sunglasses, phone, wallet, keys, hand sanitizer, things of those nature.
We are now at the Jiuzhaigou Scenic Area. It's known for its a lot of lakes with a lot of very blue water in it, and that's actually caused by very high concentrations of calcium carbonate. And so at this spot, we're going to be talking really quickly about the top quick access pocket right here. So this pocket is, it's meant for, again, keeping items elevated above the rest of the contents of the bag. It is great for just if you want access to items that are top down, again. And then it also has a zipper garage over here as well, just to keep water out of this gap that would otherwise be very prone to water leaking through. So now we are at a higher elevation, and also it's getting a little bit colder, and we're at this beautiful 5-colored lake, and you'll see it in the B-roll. But anyways, this is a great spot to talk about our side panel. So we have dual side panels, 1 and 2, and they are gusseted, so they are basically bounded by elastic webbing. And the elastic webbing is just there so that when it's not in use, it maintains a relatively sleek exterior and also keeps the side panel close to the body of the bag. At its maximum, it can actually fit a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle. So we decided to use the exterior fabric of the bag, which is just kept constant throughout the entire exterior of the bag, to keep a nice cohesive aesthetic and also to maintain a bit of durability. Additionally, the pockets have drainage holes at the bottom for water to egress out. There's also side anchor points at each side of the side panel. So it's great for hooking things like keychains or shoes or carabiners.
So now we're in Sutikou, which is an old street here in Chongqing, China. But unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties with our A-roll, I'm back here in California at home, and we'll essentially just go through the main compartment features. So first off, let's talk about the opening of the main compartment. So we have implemented a soup bag clamshell design. What this means is that at the top here, the zipper track swoops backwards, and so this allows you to, when you're opening the main compartment halfway down, you can essentially flip the front panel of the bag downwards like that, sort of like a half zip design. And because the panel at the top, or there's no panel at the top, it allows for easy access into the main compartment from a top-down perspective. This allows for you to easily get to the items that you need to get to on a day-to-day basis. On the front side of the main compartment, we have a simple stretch mesh pocket. So it's a zippered, and so opening this up, it just allows you to have some organization inside the main compartment. You can really put whatever you want to put inside this pocket. It is of a stretch mesh, so it can slightly expand out for a bit of additional volume. Additionally, inside this pocket, there is also a smart tracker pocket, so you can put like an air tag inside here and keep it relatively hidden as well. Now, as mentioned, this main compartment is also of a clamshell design, and so you can put the bag down and essentially just open it up clamshell style. And so opening up clamshell, this allows for easy access in terms of packing, where if you need to pack for like a trip, it makes packing just that much easier. So on the back side of the main compartment, we have included a gusseted sort of lining sleeve with a bit of a pleating. So this allows you to put any items you want to hold closer to the back of the main compartment. Now, when you're ready to zip up the main compartment, we have also included 2 zipper pull tabs on both ends of the zipper track. So this allows you to hold on to it as a leverage point, so that it makes zipping up the main compartment just that much easier.
Alright, so now we are still in Chongqing at Liziba train station. So this behind me is actually a very famous popular tourist attraction. Basically, we have a monorail that goes through the apartment building. Oh, it's coming right now. So at this location, we're going to be talking about our shoulder straps. So first off, we have contoured shoulder straps. It just allows for more ergonomic experience. It just kind of follows the curve of your shoulders a little bit. And then let's talk about the dual density foam we have in our shoulder straps. So we want this to be a very comfortable experience, and so we've got a softer foam that is on the bottom of the shoulder strap. after many distractions, we are back and I'm going to talk about our shoulder strap. So the foam on the bottom that actually comes into contact with your shoulder is softer than the foam on the top. This just allows for immediate cushioning. And then on the top we have a harder foam so that it just provides more support and prevents the entire shoulder strap from bottoming out. Okay, so then we've got some webbing anchor points here. This entire strap is pretty simple. We've got 2 webbing anchor points, great for holding things like sunglasses or hand sanitizers. I've got a camera clip right here that also works. And then let's talk about our sternum strap. So as you can see here, this sternum strap system is on a rail. So it's got tubing running through, and it's actually also completely removable, but you can't really see it. Or it's very subtle. Basically the tubing kind of stops somewhere around here. So if you push the sternum strap all the way up, it should be able to come off pretty easily. We're using the same pinch-free buckle as we do on the Toshi Sling 5 meters. And then the sternum strap also has an elastic portion right here that just allows for slight expansion and contraction so that it can follow the way that your chest moves when you're breathing or just like overall movement, and it also provides some tension. And then finally, it's also got this elastic strap keeper, so can keep it dangle free. Alright, so let's talk about the mesh of the shoulder strap. So it's actually, we're using a small diameter mesh both on the back padding as well as the shoulder strap, where it comes into contact with your skin. We chose this mesh because it's actually very smooth. It's less irritable than like your conventional air meshes out there. It also isn't prone to snagging on things. And finally, let's talk about how you adjust the entire shoulder strap system. We've got a very simple and traditional strap adjuster on both sides, as well as elastic webbing to help keep it dangle free as well.
So now I'll go over some of the features of the back panel of the backpack. At the top here, we have a padded carrying handle that's situated on the top edge of the back of the panel. This makes it easy for you to, hang the bag on like a hook if there is, like a bathroom stall. As for the back padding itself, it's pretty simple. We have a more sort of traditional sort of center channel ventilation down here with sort of elevated padding on both sides of the bag. This just gives a bit of comfort while you're wearing the bag on the go. There's also a vertical luggage pass-through over here. So this means that when you put this onto a luggage, the bag will sit upright on your luggage. This makes it easy for you to access most of the sort of top-oriented storage in the bag.
Right, so now we are at Nanjinglu, which is a very popular shopping district in Shanghai. And we're going to be talking about our laptop compartments. So first off, the laptop compartment has a top zippered access. And if you open it up, you'll see that there is a padded divider. So this really just allows for storage of up to 2 devices, either 2 laptops or a laptop and a tablet, or even a laptop and documents. Really anything you need, but it just provides that kind of segmentation. And then there's also no difference between the compartment on each side of the divider. They are both the same size, so you can fit up to a 16-inch laptop on both sides. And then besides that, so it's just a very simple compartment. So besides that, just want to talk about the false bottom. It is false bottom just to make sure that it can protect your laptop in case you drop your bag or anything. And the false bottom just comes down up to right above this line over here.
So now we're at the Bund in Shanghai. As you can see behind me, there is the Pearl Tower. Pretty famous scenic spot in Shanghai if you've seen the movies. So we'll just go over perhaps the last feature to talk about, which is the modular keyleash. By default, the keyleash is positioned in the side ambidextrous side pocket. So from the front, it's on the right side. So it's just over here. So this allows you to swing the bag around and then take out your keys and unlock your door or lock your door, just for easier access. The key leash itself is pretty simple. It's just a flat metal key clip, so it doesn't really take up much space. And then the webbing we use is a bit thinner, so that again it's a bit more malleable. It doesn't take up as much space. And at the at the point that is anchored to the anchor point, because it's thinner, it doesn't really bunch up, and so it keeps it a bit sleeker. So as we've said, the key leash is modular. So there's a few other points you can attach the key leash onto. So we have another key leash point on the side ambidextrous pocket on the other side. We have it inside the admin pocket, as well as the zippered pocket inside the admin pocket, and the top quick access pocket. So yeah, that's kind of the key leash. You can certainly just completely remove it if you want to, and it really kind of just adapts to your needs.
Alright, so now we are back at Shanghai Pudong International Airport and we are on our way home. Thank you for watching the Toshi Pack 20-liter product walkthrough. We are so excited for this release, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, and we'll see you soon. Bye!
Bye!